Hello everyone, so welcome to this video. Today I'm going to leave a little review for my NAS, and I'm using this NAS for like a few months right now because I bought it in November 2029 22. We are not that far, and now it's 2023 and we are in March. So I decided to make this little review because I think this NAS is great. So I thought, why shouldn't I make this video? Because I remember when I wanted to buy this NAS, I watched so many videos and I got so many information. So I thought, why shouldn't I leave a review? And so other people can get an idea. So yeah, for those who don't know me, I'm a traveler who traveled the world, and yeah, this is the NAS, and so yeah, it's black. So this time I bought Synology DS220 plus, and first I wasn't sure to like which one to buy because I was undecided between like 218 plus and 2020 plus, but seeing videos and reviews, I thought, I ended up buying 220 plus, and it was a great option. It is a great option because I can do everything that I need to do with this one. As I said, I'm a traveler, so I take a lot of photos and videos, so I can access to my NAS from anywhere, and it's very convenient. So today in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about this NAS, and maybe and no, not maybe, I'm going to give you some instructions and how to configure the NAS for the first time, and things like that. So yeah, so we can talk a little bit about this thing. So when you are using the NAS for the first time, it comes with few instructions, and it has like a short link where you can use it to access for the first time, and then you can get it started. And yeah, the first screen is obviously the welcome screen, and from there they ask like name, password, and things like that. And then you have they ask like what is your favorite way to update your NAS, like whether you wanted to like update it automatically or to receive some notifications when there is an update, and things like that. So I selected the first one because I wanted to update things fast. So, and then they asked to create a Synology account to receive more benefits. The benefits are, there are ton of benefits because there they have like so many apps. For example, the drive one, I'm using this app to on my phone, on my iPhone, to use my files, photos, and videos. So it's very easy. So I will talk about this like a little bit later. So yeah, the nice thing about the Synology is that it comes with like these notes and instructions, so you don't have to be scared, because yeah, indeed, like most of the time I was reading things, and just do it by myself instead of searching it online. And yeah, here I was creating an account name, and you had to agree, and until now it seems to be very easy, right? And it so yeah, so the 220, it's actually have like the CPU is like a 64-bit, and it has two USB ports, and yeah, submitting that, and you will receive an email, and you can you will receive like things like the name of the hub, and things like that, and to confirm yourself. And here you can select the name for your NAS. And this is the nice thing about the NAS. This is the point of NAS, right? Because you can access it from anywhere from the world. If you have internet, you can access to it. And yeah, you can decide which name to use, and so once you have the name, you can use it like the blah 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 quick connect dot 2. So they suggest some things like Ruchi Rasanja because it's my name, and yeah. And here then it says like installing disk station manager. And then it will show like the time, because it's gonna be, yeah, it's going to restart everything. And so yeah, it's so when it's restarting, there is a blue light which is blinking. And yeah, then it will like, it's going to start everything. And light up every light in green exactly. So it has like two thunder ports where you can plug things. And if you don't have two thunder, the internet, the landlines, it's absolutely fine, you can plug just one. But obviously you have to have one. I mean, if you don't have it, it's, oh no, it's so heartbreaking here. I mean, if you don't have two landline, it's fine, because I mean, it all depends on the speed. And yeah, they have to create a storage pool and volume. And this means like the so when speaking about the pools, we are speaking about like whether we want to keep our data to mirror, so having like to save like information from one disk to another. So they have like we call it like RAID 1, RAID 2, and SHR, if I'm not mistaken. And there are so many pools. So you can search it from your for yourself it online, on Google. And they obviously these on Synology, they have like these notes. And indeed they say like, before data can be stored on your Synology NAS, please create at least one volume and storage pool, which means that before you obviously use, you have to set these things, otherwise you cannot use. And I selected the RAID 1 because I wanted to keep my data protected. So like, even though something will happen to my NAS, I wanted to mirror everything from one disk to another. In that case, I can stay very calm. Let's put it like that. And yeah, they have like so many pools such as SHR, RAID 1 Basic, JB, OT, RAID 0. As I said before, I selected the RAID 1 because I wanted everything copy from one disk to another. Indeed, for that reason, I am having less space. So even though I bought 10 terabyte, I will have something around like 3.6 terabytes, because all other space is going to copy things. So I know it's very sad, but at least I can I can sleep well at night, in even though something happened. And the other thing is that you don't have to keep this NAS always switch on. I mean, this means if you don't want to keep it on, you can switch it off and it doesn't matter. So yeah, here it's I was configuring. Here you can at the bottom right, you can see the total space that I'm going to use. It's 3.6 terabytes, even though my the total hard drive space is 10. And yeah, it's because I decided to copy everything, because I don't want to lose my data. So yeah, before proceeding, perform drive check. So it will say if you have like any problems with connection system and things like that. So yeah, I recommend it to like perform drive check before working with it. So you can be, yeah, I mean, it's a good choice. And that means like if everything is working perfect. And here you can like here they ask to allocate volume capacity. So whether you want to like modify things, and like have half on the other right, or the other half from the left, things like that. And I wanted like the total, so I inserted like yeah, yeah, they have like these little notes information in they say like the maximum single volume size may vary depending on your Synology NAS model and selector RAID. And if I'm not mistaken, here I had no any clue because it was my first time. I mean, this is my very first time using a NAS for myself. I mean, it's my very first time. I'm so I didn't have like any experience earlier. So yeah. So yeah, I selected the total size and then next. Using a NAS is very convenient because you can access to your NAS like from everywhere, and the data is for yourself. So the so I selected the BTRFS because it was the recommended. So here I had no any idea, but there are like these notes, so you can read them. So yeah, I mean, for like each step they show information of your NAS, and if you don't like something, you can always go back and change it. And yeah. Yeah, if there is something very important or some mistakes, they show these things in red. Yeah, all the data on the newly added, yeah, it's loading, and it was restarting. So yeah, the next they asked like whether you want to extend the warranty plus, and I mean it's up to you guys because I personally didn't want to extend my warranty. It's not that I was that sure, but I didn't want to spend other money. And yeah, then I clicked. Then I wanted to scan my NAS because I wanted to be sure if everything is going on, like if everything was going good. Then indeed it was like it ended up with good. And I think that's it. And as I mentioned earlier, like I'm using, I mean, they have like so many apps. You can download it with on your phone and on your PC, on tablet, or I mean, if you have other things, you can use them. And like as you can see on my desktop, not on my desktop, like the desktop of my NAS, you can see like the healthy of your NAS, and the volume, which means like whether you are using the whether your hard drives are empty or full, things like that. And obviously you can see the LAN, the IP address, and with like from how many days it's switched on. So like the uptime, my NAS was switched on since like 3 days. And but obviously this thing is like a very old one. So as I said, like you can switch it off if you don't need it, but I mean, like I'm not using it like every day. I'm usually using it like on Saturday, Sunday. Like I'm using it for like few days a week. So I switch it off. I mean, you can set even a date if you want to switch it off and switch it on, so you don't have to do it manually. And speaking about their apps, they have so many apps. And I'm using a app called Drive. So it's supposed to be like Synology Drive, and it's very useful because you can make, I mean, you can technically manage everything from there, from files, photos, and yeah. And I'm not using Synology. I mean, it's a server, right? So I'm not using it to just store my photos, videos, and things like that. I'm using it for like everything, to store documents and things like that. So using this Drive app, it's very helpful because I can manage pretty much everything. And I can make even files on this Drive. I mean, like so if you have this Drive, you can make directly files on this app, but this app is going to make like files on your NAS. So I don't know if I explained it. Like if you guys didn't understand it, you can just comment it below, so I will try to explain it later. And yeah, this app is very nice. And I mean, you can contact Synology like 24/7. They are very helpful. Until now it's been like a few months right now, and I didn't contact them because I didn't have like any reason to contact them. and they have instruction pretty much everywhere. And if you have like any other questions, you can just talk to me, comment it below, and I will try to reply you fast as I can. And I think that's pretty much it. And yeah, they send me like notifications if there is something. You have to set your emails, phone number, so if there is something, they will send notifications pretty much everywhere. And yeah, you can encrypt your files, and that's a big thing. And you can send link to your colleagues and friends if you want to share a file with them. And you can give access to them with separate emails, passwords. And yeah, you can connect your NAS to your TV via Wi-Fi. And yeah, it's a very nice machine. And I believe like I don't I okay, so I don't say like everyone must have a one, but it's very useful to have one, especially in 21st century, because like everyone has like their own documents, right? So for example, if you are a father, you can buy a NAS and separate things for yourself, for your wife, for your children. And obviously you can set up a password for yourself if you don't want like your wife sneaks on your things. And yeah, I think that's it. And if you guys have anything, just comment it below and I will try to explain you. Mhm. So thank you staying with me, following this video. And see you in the next video. Thank you. Have a great one.